It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
On second down now, it's Harris. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, we should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Parker. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 74 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken in the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
First down, and they go back to Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Parker. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. To throw is Parker on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
You see that, his partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down, this is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Parker throwing on 3rd and long. The Charger D making things difficult. It's 4th down.
Whoever the dog looked that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Complete to number 15.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he slings one that's incomplete.
He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there.
And it's 3rd and short. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And it'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Parker throwing on first down. Finding Harris over the middle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the night.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's Parker on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Parker now from the gun, he'll throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Looking to throw on second down. Parker. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing on first down. Parker. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
Complete to number 18. 16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed them? And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They're on 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
This is Harris on the draw. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They run again with Harris. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The football going back to the Rams now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On the draw is Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the pump.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw. Parker. Side, it's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 11. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 27 yards there, a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just won't throw it on right now, still throwing the football.
I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Chargers. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, Parker. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now a desperation throw deep depth. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 3 yards out, and the Bears cut into that lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. In all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw here on first down. Past the 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st down, Chargers.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.